Oh, here we are, Sunday, January 12th, 2025. Larissa, my video diary. Hey, Brody. Hey, buddy. Hey, Mr. Brody Pants. Hey. Hey. Come on, buddy. He's such a weenie. You gotta come up here with me. Hey, mister. Hey. Hey. Mister. Come on. Come on up here, Drooly Drool. Come on up here, Mr. Drooly Drool. No? Oh, he looked at me, though. He's like, what? Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah. So yesterday I finished stringing up the loom for the sample, and put in my spacer bars and made a shuttle, and figuring out, like, we'll see if I'm gonna continue with the well, when you're making the rug, you start it off and finish it off the same way, right? Like on either end. It's kind of like the way of knotting off your rug. And when you cut it off, you have to knot the weft anyway, right? And then you decide whether your weft is going to become, or your warp, excuse me. You knot off your warp, and you have to decide whether your warp is going to become tassels or not, or whether you can fold it under and stitch it in, right? And have no tassels on either edge. And then you decide whether, you're going to back your rug or not. And since it's a knotted rug, not a tufted rug, it doesn't have to be backed, right? Tufted rugs need to be backed, and they usually paint them with rubber, liquid rubber. I could do something similar, use like Plastidip or something. We'll see. I don't know. Since I'm not using yarns and I'm not using like silk or wool, since I'm going to be using scrap fabrics, right? Like recycling fabrics, textiles. We'll have to see what the back is like. Having something on the back to give traction when it's on the floor, right? So it's not like sliding around all over the place. Although I'm not sure it's even going to end up on the floor. But this is a sample, and so I want to do all kinds of experiments with it. But anyway, like I was saying, when you start your rug, you have to do a little like a regular weaving first, right? Like a little lip, and then you knot down on top of it. So, so I went through, made a couple passes with my shuttle with sisal, but I'm not sure that I want to use sisal. I might want to use something else. So I might be taking that out. We'll see. But, total time that it took to string that loom, right? Just for the small, it's 20, it's like 2 feet across, right? The warp is like 2 feet across. And oh gosh, that took me, probably took me like 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours to string the warp. So, when I do the whole thing, it's gonna be crazy. But I got to get everything worked out first, right? With this sample, see how it goes, learn little tricks and stuff, right? Yeah. 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 So today was supposed to be a Be Nice to Larissa day, but they had to reschedule, not me, and it's okay. My nails aren't looking that bad. So we'll see. We'll see. See about rescheduling. Oh, I've been putting cream. I've been putting medicine on my athlete's foot, and it's getting better. It's almost better. Yeah. Yuckapoo. Yuckapoo. Ooh. Yuckapoo. Ooh. Crusty yucky. All right. Ugh, had a visitor yesterday to the gallery, an unexpected visitor. I had mixed feelings about it. Whatever. 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 All right. I had a couple people come in the gallery yesterday, but I'm talking about one visitor in particular. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah. So I gotta go grocery shopping because there's like no food in the house. Like none. Oh my God. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Like we went through like reserves. And I cleaned stuff out of the freezer. Right? Literally all I have left in my down there, I got beans. I got some dried beans and some canned beans. I have some rice and quinoa. That's what I have. So it's like I got a complete protein, but I don't got vegetables or anything. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Like we wouldn't starve, you know, in for times of war. Like wouldn't starve, but like it wouldn't be balanced nutrition, right? Yeah. I almost got sausages in there too. Sausages, beans, and rice. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I got some oil, and I got some flour, so I can make flour tortillas. We could have bean and sausage burritos. Because I got cans of dried peppers down there too. So I guess we could we could survive. I'm just not sure it would be balanced nutrition. Anyway. 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 So today's Brody's birthday. Brody, is it your birthday? It is. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brody. Happy birthday to you. 'Cause it's Brody Day. With Daddy you'll play. We'll toss the ball, have treats, 'cause it's Brody Day. Is it Brody Day? Is it? Is it Brody Day? It's Brody Day. It is. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. Happy Brody Day. Happy Brody Day. We're so happy that you're with us. We're so happy that you're part of the family. Yeah. Oh, stretch it out, buddy. Stretch it out. Oh, it's Brody Day. We're so happy to have Brody in the family. Is Brody sweet boy? Yeah. Oh, we love you. We love you. We love Brody. We love Brody. He's number one boy. Yeah, he's number one boy. It is. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Brody. Oh my goodness. I got some canned pumpkin down there. Maybe I'll make him pumpkin cake. Omar's like, don't make him cake. He's like, make me a cake and then he can have a piece. I'm like, well, it's Brody's birthday. I'll make Brody a cake. Brody, you want pumpkin cake with cream cheese icing? Does that sound good? Yeah. Well, if I make cake so that Omar can eat it, I'll have to have sugar in it. If I was going to make cake for him, I just won't put any sugar in it. Right? But I still don't have any eggs or nothing. Oh my God. Oh my God. All this bullshit. All this bullshit going on. Oh my God. Meghan Markle. Ugh. She's so gross. She's so fucking gross. She really, really, really is. She's so gross. And the inauthenticity and the stolen aesthetics and intellectual property, she has stolen so much from me, right? Ever since their marriage, she has stolen so much from me, from those wedding pictures in Time magazine, and like, bitch, you disgust me. I'm not flattered. You're gross. Get a fucking life. You have all that fucking money. Why are you stealing from somebody like me? Why? Why? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You got anything your heart can fucking desire, but you got to steal from people. And then you co-opt the tragedy of people's lives down there in LA for a PR stunt to promote your shit show. Oh, gosh. I mean, is there no limit to how much you scrape the barrel? Is there no limit? Is there no limit to how low you will go? Gross. Just disgusting. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, people down there have the money to rebuild. You know, they do. If we lost everything, we'd really be screwed, right? And I'm sure there's lots of people down there who are like that, but the majority of people, like, there's so much. Those people have so much money down there, so much fucking money, so much fucking money, so much money. Oh my God. Oh my God. The destruction. Yeah. Yeah. I feel bad for kids. I feel bad for kids because like that never goes away. That well, at least it never did for me. Like that awareness that, everything is just temporary and that nothing lasts forever, and um there's no use like getting attached to things, right? Even people, even relationships and stuff, like there's no point getting attached because, everything just goes away anyway. Yeah. And nobody owes you anything. And those kids, like, anybody who's under like 10 years old is who I'm talking about, right? Yeah. It's like, it's nice to have that illusion of, safety and security for a little while, you know? I suppose there's lots of kids that don't grow up with that at all, whether they lose everything in a fire or not, not having safety and security. But, you know, uh, I don't know. Just, up here, as soon as we bought this property, fire safety was my first goal on everything. And it's such a challenge. It's so expensive to do the work, right? And the county and stuff, they don't make shit easy. The state doesn't make shit easy. And, there's so many people who have not done abatement work, right? Because it is financially out of reach and there's no incentive to do it, right? Anyway, uh, Ooh, I got a Karen Carpenter song in my head now. Oh no. Solitaire. One of the ones Omar hates the most. There was a man, a lonely man, who lost his love through his indifference. A heart that cared, that went unshared, until it died in its silence. And solitaire's the only game in town, and every road that takes him down. And by himself it's easy to pretend he'll never love again. And keeping to himself he plays the game. Without her love it always ends the same. While life goes on around him everywhere, he is playing solitaire. A little hope goes up in smoke. Just how it goes without saying. There was a man, a lonely man, who would command the hand he's playing. And solitaire's the only game in town, and every road that takes him down. And by himself it's easy to pretend he'll never love again. And keeping to himself he plays the game. Without her love it always ends the same. While life goes on around him everywhere, he's playing solitaire. As a little girl, I thought that song was really about playing solitaire. My pappers played solitaire all the time. It's like how he spent his time was playing cards, but he wasn't really playing cards. He was reading cards. As he played solitaire with like 4 decks, and he had this special board that he partitioned out and stuff, and he used to play while he watched the games. And he told me he always knew who was going to win because of the cards. Yeah, everybody thought he was playing solitaire, but he wasn't. He was reading cards. It was just his spread. Yeah, solitaire spread. The solitaire spread was his spread that he read. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm reading 7 decks. I'm up to 7 decks now. Yeah, 7 decks. Brody. Hey, buddy. Is it Brody Day? Is it Brody Day? It is. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I was like, what are we giving? Tuna? I'm like, that'll make Sassy mad, because Sassy will be like, why does he get my treat on his birthday? Yeah. Poor Sassinator. Poor Sassinator. She's been a lot more lively since she's been eating the wet food. Oh, my goodness. Poor little kitty. Poor little kitty was hungry, hungry, hungry kitty. Oh, poor kitty. But she's been so much more active. And there were poopies yesterday, and I was like, there's poopies. He's like, look around, make sure you're looking around for poopies. Now, she's old and she's had bowel issues in the past, which is why she's on prescription food to begin with, right? And anyway, so she like sometimes she poops and doesn't know, like she's walking around and poop just falls out. She's like she doesn't know. I said to her yesterday, she was I- the quilt that's on the back of the couch was all like piled up in the middle of the couch because I'd been laying on there a couple days ago and just hadn't folded it. And she's like laying on the top of the pile of the quilt. She's all meatloafed up with her little paws, and she's like, and almost talking about her poops. And I said, what's the matter, baby? I said, did you think you just had to fart and it came out a turd? She went, yeah. So that's what happened. She thought she just had to fart, but it was a turd. Poor kitty. Poor little old lady kitty. Oh, poor Sassy. Sassy can't help it. She's an old lady. She can't help it. Poor little old lady kitty. But Omar's like, there's never just one. There's more turds, so make sure you're looking. And I said, well, I think maybe somebody was having turd snacks. Was somebody giving poop kisses yesterday, Brody? Were you giving poop kisses? Did you eat poop yesterday? Did you have cat turds? Did you have almond rokas? Did you? Did you have almond rokas? No, they weren't almond rokas because they weren't rolled in the kitty litter. She just like out in the house walking around. Little turd come out. Brody, are you a little turd? Are you a turd? No, Brody's not a turd. He's wagging his tail now. He's not a turd. He's a good boy. Anyway, finished my tea. Ooh, got a new batch of tea. It doesn't have the Dong Quai in it. Tastes so much better. Oh my god, Dong Quai tastes so bad. Yeah. Yeah, so I am not going to be taking that supplement that I was on before. It did not make my period better. That is for sure. It was just as bad as always. And I haven't seen any other real benefits of, I mean, I was on it for a month, right? I did a month. It didn't, no, I don't see any improvement. And the negative effects weren't fun. So no, I'm not going to be taking that anymore. It's fine. It was expensive, so at least I don't have to be paying expensiveness for that bullshit. But I'm gonna cut back on the Dong Quai too. So Dong Quai, I like it better in soups. Like it's better cooked. So I'll just make sure I do like one soup stock, one dashi a week. I do one dashi a week and include the Dong Quai. I think that'll be good. I'll do like a broth and then just drink it. Yeah. Not even put it like base in the soup because like he doesn't eat the Dong Quai. No. No. So I guess what I'll do. I think that is what I'll do. Let's give that a try for a month. February. Oh, I met another woo-woo person yesterday. I came in the gallery. I've been hesitant, like, with the community of woo, because, like, up in Sonoma County, the woo community was mean. And, I mean, really mean. Really, really mean and vindictive. And I really just, like, my eyelashes are grown out, and they kind of hurt when they start getting grown out. And, oh, God. So I have extensions. Anyway, so yeah, the woo community up in Sonoma County was cruel. I mean, they weren't just mean; they were cruel and vindictive. And um, when we were in Oakland, the woo community was also cruel and vindictive, right? Um, and I didn't really want anything to do with them. And then when we moved down here, I went to a Reiki meetup. I went to a meetup group, and I was, I went to a couple other things, and I was just like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with this. Um, the thing with the woo community is you have people in the community who are genuinely gifted, right? Or have been practicing a long time and have skill. And then you have people who are in it for like the pageantry. And that's the majority of people in the woo community. You get a lot of nut jobs, right? Like the difference between actual spiritual practice and fucking crazy ass lunatic nut jobs, right? Who just like to dress up and act like dipsticks, right? Like there's a lot of that. And those people are dangerous. And um, then there's also within community of woo, it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum of the dark to the light, and either extreme is not good, right? And one has to exist for the other to exist, and it's just like, ugh. But I've run into dark practice, and you know, what am I talking about with dark practice? I'm talking about the people who are still practicing really, really old ways that include animal sacrifice and body parts and stuff like that. And I just, mm-mm, I can't. I can't, and I won't, and I don't. And that those practices are really mean. They really are. And anyway, anyway, so I have avoided this woman I met yesterday who came in yesterday. She seemed fairly normal. And when I first got involved with stuff out here, I mean, it's always been part of my life, right? That spiritual side has always been part of my life. But when in California, like when we were living in Sunnyvale, it was the community that I found and was part of there was very supportive. So that's but I haven't had that experience since then, and I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant just because I've really, really been screwed over by the woo woo community. Well, when you go to events and things, and you have people who are genuinely in tune, and then you have other people who are, like I said, it's a pageantry, and the whole like, oh, keep your energy to yourself, and yeah, there are people with intrusive energies, but it's like when you're talking about stuff that you can't see, it's like it can get really convoluted really fast. And um people are manipulative, right? Like you have to be with a group of people that you can really trust. So, oh, we'll see. We'll see if I see her again and whatever. But yeah. Yeah. You also run the risk when as practitioner, um that when like some people are going to think you're crazy just because there's some big crazies in the group, right? And it's like you can't pathologize spirituality. This is why I have always been very, very careful about, like I got my Reiki certifications, right? I didn't just go to any of these, you know, DIY groups, right? And it's why I got my license as non-denominational minister, so that there's some benchmarks, and ethics and things that I follow. Um, 'Cause there are some very unethical people out there. Yeah, there are. Yeah. Ugh. Shave my head. Anyway. Anyway. you know? January. Had really good sushi last night. I like this sushi place we found. I like it a lot. Yeah. I had futomake. Futomake! Yeah. Futomake and edamame and some miso soup. And we had tempura vegetables. And Omar spilled the tempura sauce all over the table. Ah, so I hardly got any. Ah. Anyway. I like sushi, I do. And this place has a very, very, very good selection of vegetarian options. Yes, they do. They have a good selection of vegetarian options. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. Yeah. That's a hard song. John Denver killed himself right here. Santa Cruz. John Denver. Take me home, country road, to the place where I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. Right? Yeah. John Denver. He had an early morning infomercial box set, just like Patsy Cline and Johnny Cash. Patsy Cline, tragedy, right? And go a walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway. I guess that's my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And when the night turns gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I'm always walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you might be somewhere out walking after midnight, looking for me. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good song. Really good song. It is. Yeah. Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash. Him and his VD songs. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Ring of Fire about giving June Carter VD. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Johnny Cash, Give My Love to Rose. I love that song. I love his version. Love it. So good. Yeah. Oh, his version of "Hung My Head" is good too. Early one morning, with time to kill, I borrowed Jeb's rifle, went up on the hill. I saw a lone rider crossing the land. I drew a bead on him to practice my hand. My brother's rifle, where's that go? Went off with a. How's that go? It's really good. Then it had hit me, just what I had done. I hung my head. I hung my head. Oh, it's a really good song. It's on his last album. Yeah. Yeah, really good. Really good. But Give My Love to Rose is also on there, but he did Give My Love to Rose like throughout his career. It wasn't just on his last album. And I think he did Hung My Head long before the last album as well. I don't know. But Give My Love to Rose is so good. So good. Found him by the railroad tracks this morning. I could see that he was nearly dead. I knelt down beside him and I listened just to hear the words the dying fella said. He said they left me out of prison out in Frisco. For 10 long years I paid for what I'd done. I've been trying to get back to Louisiana just to see my Rose and get to know my son. Give my love to Rose, please won't you, missus? Take her all my money, tell her to buy some pretty clothes. Tell my boy that daddy's so proud of him. And don't forget to give my love to Rose. Yeah. Won't you tell her I said thanks for waiting for me? Tell my boy to help his mom at home. Tell my Rose to try and find another, 'cause it ain't right that she should live alone. Missus, here's a bag with all my money. It won't last them long though it goes. God bless you for finding me this morning. Don't forget to give my love to Rose. Give my love to Rose, please won't you, missus? Take her all my money, tell her to buy some pretty clothes. Tell my boy that daddy's so proud of him. And don't forget to give my love to Rose. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Anyway. Fly away, little pretty bird. Fly, fly away. No, I can hit those notes, but I gotta support it and sit up and be really loud, and Omar will be upset. Fly away, little pretty bird, and pretty you will always stay. Really good song. Really good song. Hazel Dickens was such an amazing songwriter. Oh my God, she really was. She really, really, really was. I'm so grateful I got to see her. She was all craggy sounding and everything, but she was still in tune. And man, she could still pick that banjo. She died a few months later after that. I'm really glad I got to see her. That was amazing. It was. Really, 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 really was. Yeah. Green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I've known. Oh, someday I'll go home and I know I'll right the wrong. Funny thing is, the hillbillies from Pennsylvania and the hillbillies from West Virginia, they were like the Hatfields and McCoys. They may have been the Hatfields and McCoys for all I fucking know. I don't know. Hillbillies from Pennsylvania do not like the hillbillies from West Virginia and vice versa. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway.